This is the Valley on ESPN. It is time for a softball doubleheader today as Illinois State in town to take on the University of Evansville Purple Aces. Sun is out here at James and Dorothy Cooper Stadium. Should be an excellent afternoon for softball. Along with Preston Leinenbach, I'm Kyle Peach. And Preston, this is a pretty intriguing matchup as we start down the home stretch of the season.
That's right. It's a stretch run. Everything's up for grabs in the Missouri Valley standings, but today's story, something's got to give. Evansville with one of the best offenses in the Missouri Valley Conference. Illinois State with one of the stingiest pitching staffs in the Missouri Valley Conference. So we'll see which way it goes here today.
Top of the sixth inning here in Evansville. No score. An historic last pitch strikeout for Morgan Day. 200th of the season.
That inning, not only just for that strikeout, also an important milestone, but in that inning, showing a little bit more emotion than we had seen in the first few innings of the game. Saw with the previous strikeout before the record-setting strikeout there.
Nearly gave up a go-ahead home run. Battles back to get the strikeout on Barella. Then Kay's Wolf after a visit to the circle. Gonna settle her down a bit. It was effective. Picking up her 9th strikeout of the day, Morgan Day. The dangerous hitter, Mac Leonard, leading off the 6th inning here for Illinois State. As Jamie Nuremberg works in the circle for the Aces here in the 6th. A scoreless ball game. Pitch to Leonard, misses inside. 2-2. Big inning here you feel for Nuremberg through the top of the order. That ball is grounded, played by Fair in time for first. One down. Take a look at the pitching comparison today. These two have gone toe-to-toe with one another here.
Yeah, the only difference is, again, the strikeouts, just different styles, but both, as you said, going toe-to-toe, mashing each other with hits, and obviously no runs allowed.
That pitch tapped foul here by Chevelle. 9 straight retired by Evansville. Nuremberg. Ouch. Bunts that one foul off the catcher Liz, who stood to try to catch the high pitch. On the way up. Ouch.
Fortunately, hitting a part of the upper leg that's not protected with equipment.
So the rest of the Aces infield will gather in the circle to talk to Nuremberg as Liz works that one out.
That's kind of an interesting shot as they got together there in the circle. You see Nuremberg kind of point out the different pivot spots behind the rubber. Of course, one being for her, one being Day's. Digging some holes back there.
Grounds crew, where are you? Field actually in great shape after the rain yesterday. 80 pitches for Nuremberg. Has Chevelle in the hole, 0-2. Liz back behind the plate. The pitch is high, a ball and 2 strikes. Olsen waits on deck for Illinois State. A good pitching defensive battle here on this Sunday. The 1-2 inside, 2-2. We'll play one more when this one, if it ever ends. Somebody's got to score before this one can be over. The 2-2 fouled up the first base line. Through 5 innings, Day threw 78 pitches here in the 6th. Pitch 84 from Nuremberg. Will throw a 3-2 pitch here. And a walk. Ends the streak of 9 straight retired by Evansville.
Third walk for Nuremberg, and obviously this one very timely here late in the game, late inning situation. Now we'll start to see the strategy may come more into effect for Illinois State. If they try to push the gas a little bit, be a little aggressive on the base paths.
Chevelle 3 of 6 on the season in the stolen base department. Olson takes the pitch there. Called a strike, 0-1.
And even though contact has been limited for balls put into play in a fair territory, put some pressure on the defense, forcing Evansville to make a play.
There's a base hit into left, and now 2 on with only 1 out for Illinois State in the 6th as Olson gets the first hit for Illinois State since the first inning. So runners at first and second. First time in this ball game that we've seen 2 batters on base at the same time. And Dana Kennedy, the catcher, will be at the plate for Illinois State. The sophomore hitting .217 on the campaign. 0 for 2. But has put the ball in play both times. The pitch is low, ball 1.
So for Evansville, got to be sharp defensively. They've done a good job of that so far up to this point in the game. Also, a lot of pressure now on the battery for Evansville to make good pitches and, of course, not have any go to the backstop.
The 1-0. Right down central, 1-1.
You want a little wild pitch or a pass ball, allow those runners to move to second and third with only 1 out.
4 wild pitches for Nuremberg on the season coming in. The 90th pitch of the day is tapped to short. The play is to third for the force out. They get the lead runner, Chevelle, on a heads-up play. So there are 2 down with 2 on. As Renayasin, the veteran, makes the play at short. Flips to Wood.
Just a nice awareness of the situation, knowing where she was going to go if the ball was hit with decent pace toward her. We try to go for the force out.
That ball dropped, got away for the moment, and sliding in safely at third was Olson. So you talked about it. Battery needing to be clean, and Illinois State ends up with 2 runners in scoring position on the misplay.
Again, it wasn't really that bad of a wild pitch. It didn't get through. It just got caught underneath, and Liz couldn't find it.
Pitches inside 2-0. As of right now, official scoring just ruling stolen bases on those advancements. But runners at second and third. Best chance of the day for a run either way. And that ball fouled as Corsi needs to come up with a 2-out hit.
Again, that pitch didn't get to the backstop. It just, like I said, got caught underneath Liz where she couldn't locate it for the moment, and kept it there.
Illinois State has stranded 3 runners today. Evansville's left just 1. 2 on with 2 out. The 2-1 pitch fouled away. And Nuremberg, who has pitched out of trouble all day, every time she's faced a runner on base, a strike away from getting out of the jam here in the 6th. Big pitch in this game, the 2-2. Fouled away, spoiled by Corsi. Leonard struck out to begin this 6th. Chevelle walked. Olson singled. Kennedy reached on a fielder's choice as Chevelle was retired at third. Runners moved up on a stolen base. That pitch just misses 3-2. The count goes full. Oohs and ahs at Cooper Stadium.
Oohs and ahs were how close, but again, it looked low to me. Liz did try to bring it back up toward the bottom of the zone at the knees.
The 3-2, grounded, played at third, bobbled, but makes the play on the tag out. The question is, did the run score? Yes, they say it did. So the issue here is does that runner cross the plate before the tag is made? There is the runner, there's the tag out, run scores for Illinois State, and they have a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Wow! More to come after the break. Well, they say this game is a game of little things, and some little things were magnified in the top of this inning as Illinois State takes a 1-0 lead. Preston, that was a wild half inning of play.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Again, nothing very, I guess, exciting in terms of the power or a big fly or anything like that. It's just little things added up. First, it started with, wasn't really a wild pitch, but a bobble where a ball got caught underneath Jenna Liz, the catcher, and she couldn't find it, so it allowed the runners to advance. And then that little bobble at third base by Wood, where it ends up being an out after the run scores on the tag out.
A textbook example as to why you always hustle on the base paths. If that runner had been a step slower touching home plate, the run would not have counted, but it did cross the plate in time as Olson stepped on home plate before the force out was made, the tag out rather, was made at third. Now, of note, had that ball been fielded cleanly at third by Wood and she threw across to first for the force out, that run doesn't count. It doesn't matter. But because it became a tag play situation, the run scores because it crossed the plate before the tag out was made.
And I was very shocked to see on the base runner going from second to third, because they could have, obviously, if you see a hard hit ball, you're thinking run on contact. But when you see the ball in front of you, you think, do I go back to second? Because that was an option to just go back to second. It was kind of caught in an indecisive moment as Day gets another strikeout. So it was interesting to see the runner decide to go head toward third.
And that's an interesting point, too, because normally in those situations you don't see that. So a wild sequence in the top of the 6th inning, and we'll give you a look back at that here in just a second. That pitch skied to left, threw it all. Evansville trying to find a way to get an equalizing run here in the 6th. There's quickly 2 down as Hood pops out. And Aaron Gould with long ball power will come to the plate. But 0 for 2 on the day. Yeah, 5 batters in the top of that 6th inning come to bat. 3 of them made outs. The ball left the infield once and a run scored. Gould, high fly ball, left field, making the catch is Chevelle, and the Aces go quietly in the 6th. We head to the 7th. Illinois State by 1.